Hello and welcome back. Let's see here. Oh, I've got to get chat up. Check that out. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of a short stream today. I'm thinking we're definitely gonna finish chapter 2, maybe a little bit of chapter 3. We're gonna tomorrow. I'm planning chapter chapter the last part of chapter 3, hopefully. And then because Transistor comes out tomorrow, and I pre-order it, I'm gonna play that and of course stream it at the same time. So um, there might be a little break tomorrow. I'm gonna stream a little bit earlier than I used to probably when I get home from work. Stream part 3 or chapter 3 fully, and hopefully we can finish that. Have a break, and after that, I think it's around 12 or I think it's around my time. It's about 7, and Transistor should be out. I hope I can download it. I don't know how much it is, so or how large it is, if it's going to be pre-downloaded. But yeah. But let's jump into the game. Actually, sec here. Sorry. There we are. So yesterday we stopped pretty much in the middle of all of it. Because I was stuck. I couldn't figure out this riddle here, also. So, let's jump to Oxford Street and do some stuff. So let's talk to the woman here, actually.
Hi, I'll take a bunch of flowers.
God bless.
Now I've got a flower for you.
Ooh, isn't that lovely? Beautiful. Thank you, miss.
Don't stay out here too long, will you? You'll catch a cold.
Oh, God bless you.
Okay. Let's see here. Flowers. Let's try this here. We know it's the phone booth, we know it's the tower and all that. So, pick this up.
Congratulations on mastering the game. Here is your reward.
Wow, this is
Okay,
amazing.
I figured it out because the riddles in the end is Judas, so the betrayer. So Parkman, Paul's Cathedral, betrayer's price. I've started thinking because of what he said in. I was thinking back. I was actually thinking of what. If you remember, we were in the cathedral where actually I found a lot of clues. I was just thinking, well, let's try this out. So yeah, I actually remember also from the last time I played it that it actually is Judas. So. I already thought, but it worked out. So, let's see here. So we got the coin, and we figured this out. So, what else? We're actually done here. Was the last part, Oxford Town Street. So we need this here, and we need to go back to the house. I think we're gonna go back to the house first because. There was that vase. I think we need flowers for that one. That's why I picked up the flowers. So let's check this out. Come on, move. In a hurry. And we also figured out with we did also figure out that he was an accident.
Oh, hello, Sam. Can I get you anything?
I was
Not
thinking
right
of
now,
maybe
thanks.
questioning Dalton of it. But she knows. Just talking to her. Girls thing.
I just found out what happened to Laura.
Everyone knows about the tragedy.
Well, I'm new to Oxford, and I didn't know. I'm really sorry.
You didn't ask him, did you? I hope to heaven, Samantha, that you weren't asking him painful questions.
No.
Well, don't. Poor man doesn't need to be reminded. Not that he isn't every day of his blinking life. But he can't stand people talking about it. That's why he won't let anyone come over here.
But this house is full of reminders. Laura's pictures are everywhere. Even that calendar is still set to 2002.
He won't let you change any of it.
I get it. He wants to be reminded of her, for his own self. But he can't bear to hear other people talk about it, because there's no way they can possibly understand. And anything they say just seems idiotic.
Maybe
Survivor's
that's right,
guilt,
I don't
maybe.
know. In any case,
Knows.
I thank you to avoid the subject with him completely. Doesn't he have enough troubles on his mind already?
Okay. So he doesn't know anything else. So let's go down and get put the flowers in. Just to make sure. Here. Okay. Lab. And
There.
yeah, much better. Okay. I still have a little. Wasn't there a vase up in our room or something? Yeah. That rabbit's still eating that carrot. 2 days now. Also,
Mom and Dad.
while I'm doing this,
It's the only picture I have with me.
you remember about the accident. It's actually that if when we saw the flashback, she actually remembered also her parents not coming home, so that's why I actually put the flowers in. Not that it's going to do anything, but if you remember back in the day, especially the Share Online days, every game that King's Quest, Police Quest always had points. So at the end of this this game here, you're going to get a total of points, and these are bonus points. I actually don't know how many I have or anything, but I remember that at least. So let's check out here. We are mostly done, and we need to go to the infirmary. Oh no, I remember. The office girl Susan wants us to give her those documents. So and we actually have access to the files. So let's check. How do I? Can I go into the house? There's no how. So let's go downstairs into the file cabinet and see if we can find that receipt, which we already have. It's the receipt from 2002. So let's check this out here. And let's go to the file cabinet. So this is something with the MRI scanner. Maybe M?
Scientific articles and stuff.
What could it be under? Hospital. Department of. Department containing the. The FMBRI IBM, so it's gotta be under F maybe. Okay. Try F. F, there we have it. There we have it. Food. Yeah, there we have
The
it.
neurobiology department is looking for a report on an fMRI donation. This must be it.
This is the
I should
receipt.
get this.
Okay, so now we have the receipt. Now we should be able to actually get through this here. So, Dr. Susan.
I have something for you.
Oh my god. I gave up hope of ever laying eyes on this. The auditor's been hounding me for weeks. Thank you, Miss Everett.
My pleasure. Are you sure I can't get 5 minutes with Mr. Headley? I really would like to talk to him about Dr. Stiles.
All right, but only because you brought me that receipt. Thank God I can get the auditor off my back. Mr. Headley, I have a Miss Everett that would like a brief word. It's about David Stiles.
Send her in.
Awesome.
In you go.
Miss Everett, a pleasure to meet you. Won't you sit down?
Thanks. And thanks for seeing me.
I'm always happy to make time for David. I've heard from him too little of late. How is he?
Fine. Very self-directed.
Well, that's something. Are you a relative?
Me? No. I'm his assistant. He just hired me.
Did he? Interesting. How can I be of service, Miss Everett?
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm eating a couple of snacks, actually. Haven't got much dinner. Need the protein.
Are you
Carmen.
aware that Dr. Stiles is conducting an experiment right now?
Of course. He had to submit a plan to the university, standard procedure. Frankly, I was happy to see him working again.
Oh, that reminds me. Dr. Stiles wanted me to pick up a copy of the experiment plan he submitted. He misplaced his copy.
I think, young lady, that Dr. Stiles will have to call me and ask for that himself.
I'll tell him.
Okay. And we want the experiment plan because the group are a little bit worried. And of course we also are because we don't actually know what the experiment's about.
Could you give me some background on Dr. Stiles? I don't know much about him.
David Stiles was one of the brightest lights at Oxford. A truly brilliant and original thinker. He was the sort of man it was easy to envy. Wealth, a prestigious family name, good looks, a beautiful wife, effortless public success. Then there was the accident. A horrific thing. There's a poem by Robert Frost. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay.
That's beautiful. I wonder... Never mind.
We must be honest with each other, you and I, for David's sake. What do you wonder?
It's silly. I just wondered which is worse. To have been golden, to have had all that and lost it, or never to have had it at all.
Not at all. Perhaps David asks himself the same question.
I've heard rumors about Dr. Stiles. Students say people have disappeared during his experiments, and...
Stop. Don't repeat that nonsense in here, please.
Sorry.
No, it's only natural you would be concerned. He is your employer. There has been a lot of vicious gossip about David, but believe me, there's no truth in it.
Then how did it get started?
When someone is a little too successful, it inspires a lot of green-eyed spite. Should that paragon fall, let's just say there are certain people who love nothing more than to get out their knives and gather round the carcass. Of course, David hasn't helped himself any. If he insists on living like a hermit in that house, people are bound to believe the worst.
Yeah, figured that much.
You mentioned that certain people were jealous of Dr. Stiles and might have spread the rumors. I don't suppose you'd tell me who. It might be good for me to know in case I run into them.
No, I don't think we need to discuss that.
Okay. So you're convinced that Dr. Stiles poses no danger? No danger to, say, students who are participating in one of his experiments?
Absolutely not. He may be on leave, but he's still a valued member of this department. I've reviewed his case personally. There's nothing physically wrong with David Stiles. It's been a pleasure, Miss Everett, but I really must get back to work.
Thanks, Mr. Headley. You've been a big help.
I only wish the best for David. I hope you'll treat him well and be a support. He allows so few people near him.
I'll do my best.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okie dokie.
I want to find out who David's enemies are inside the neurobiology department. I should snoop around in David's files.
Yeah, but the problem is, we can't get to the files.
I guess not everyone in the department is a fan of Dr. Stiles. At least, that's what Mr. Headley says. Is there anyone in particular I should watch out for?
Mr. Headley doesn't tolerate departmental gossip, and neither do I.
Ah. Dr. Stiles asked me to get a copy of his experiment plan. The one he filed with the department? He misplaced his copy.
I'm afraid Dr. Stiles will have to come by himself for something like that. Or telephone. We don't give those kind of documents out to students.
But... I'll tell him. Oh, Mr. Headley asked if you would bring him a cup of coffee.
Did he? That's odd. Mr. Headley gets his own coffee.
Damn, she took the key. I need to find a way to snatch it somehow.
Okay.
She keeps the key to the filing cabinet in that cup. I could try to take it with sleight of hand, but she's a real hawk. This will require something a little more devious.
Okay. So, we still remember to have that fun.
Definitely not my style. I'll leave them hanging here. Looks like they're prepared for emergencies. Probably a good idea if Dr. Stiles is in this department.
Here.
Definitely not my style.
Alright. Fire extinguisher, door sign.
Employees only. Looks almost as sharp as a knife.
maybe. What are we missing? Um, Letter opener.
She keeps the key to the filing cabinet in that cup. I could try to take it with sleight of hand, but she's a real hawk. This will require something a little more devious.
Okay. So.
Huh, I like that one, but it doesn't really make sense in this case. Huh, that trick doesn't fit the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think that really applies. That trick doesn't. I don't think that that trick.
A bottomless cup. A palmed in right hand. There you go.
Hey, that key is missing.
What?
Yeah, see?
What on earth? You didn't take it, did you?
Me? Why would I want it? You have a spare, I hope.
At my flat.
That sucks.
It even blows.
And now, the last part. That, of course, is the fun. Because before we can do that, I think we're just going to run and um, get the first aid. So
Looks like they're prepared for a... definitely. I don't see the point.
Okay. Well. Let's.
I'm all set for this trick, but one thing worries me. That Susan won't be gone long enough for me to do what I need to do. I don't want to get caught snooping around.
She's gonna go to the kitchen, that's for sure.
If she finds this, she might return to her office too soon. I think this first aid kit needs to disappear. Abracadabra! Wouldn't it be nice?
There we go. There we go.
I only need to set up the first part of the trick.
Okay, the first part of the trick is the left hand and correct. Gotta need the thumb. One. Okay. Your left hand.
Ouch! What happened?
I cut myself. Ow! Do you have disinfectant or something?
I'll get the first aid kit.
Now it's smooth sailing to the file cabinet. Where we have the key to.
Found it. If Susan finds this missing, she'll know I took it. I should fix that if I have time.
And of course, I'm gonna Xerox this.
I apologize for the delay. You'd think grown students would be above silly pranks.
Really?
All right then, let me see it.
You mean, touch it? Oh God, sorry. I'm such a baby about stuff like this.
For heaven's sake, it has to be dealt with.
I'll do it. It'll be better that way, trust me. Is that a first aid kit? I'll take it to the bathroom and do it myself. Thank you so much.
As you like. Just don't drip blood in the hall, please.
Uptight.
Hey, excuse me. Hello? Hi, you're Malik, right? You're in Dr. Stiles' experiment.
Shh. What do you want?
What's the big secret?
Nothing. I don't like everyone knowing my business.
I just wanted to talk for a minute about Dr. Stiles.
All right? But I have to so you have to be fast.
What made you sign up for the experiment?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, what made you sign up for the experiment?
It's not a crime. I could use the money.
Since you're in the neurobiology department, you must have known Dr. Stiles before the experiment.
Known of him, yes.
You heard about him from people in the department?
Do you have any idea who Styles is? He is, or was, one of the most famous neurobiologists in the history of the field. I studied him in high school. So yes, I guess I know something about him. Or at least I know the man he used to be, when he was a part of this department.
Dr. Stiles is still a part of the department, isn't he? He had to submit an experiment plan to Mr. Headley.
Or maybe technically. But everyone knows he's suffered brain damage in the accident and is no longer competent.
Believe me, he's in possession of all his wits. In fact, he has a few I'd like to extract myself.
Then why has he stopped teaching? Why has he not published since the accident?
He lost his wife?
So, a wife is a wife.
Stop, please. Your compassion is making me all teary-eyed.
Death is a part of life.
Maybe he couldn't face everyone feeling sorry for him all the time and asking about the accident over and over, and then expecting him to have completely forgotten about it in 3 months, and calling him crazy if he hasn't.
Styles ordered to the world, to his students, to continue his work.
Says who?
Think what you like.
What did you think of the experiment last night?
Strange. And surprising.
Last night was strange, wasn't it? What's the point of imagining exercising?
That wasn't strange. Research has shown that imagining exercising causes the brain to generate the same impulses to the muscles and the nervous system as actually exercising, providing almost the same health benefits. It's big news for healthcare, especially for disabled people. There are a lot of studies being done on the subject right now.
So what was
Interesting.
strange about the
Hope
experiment?
that's true.
I need to get to class.
Come on, you said strange. Why?
Just to finally meet Dr. Stiles. And that mask. That basement.
It is rather dramatic.
But the strangest thing was that, despite all of that, I... Never mind.
What?
He seemed normal. I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual about Stiles' equipment?
No?
Nothing at all?
It was a standard fMRI setup. A good one. It's unusual to have a system that expensive in a private home, but otherwise, it's non-invasive. Harmless, as he said. I'm late for class. I have to go.
Hey,
Suspicious
we're meeting
character.
at the St. Edmund Quad at noon. Stop by, or not.
Okay. Now that's done.
Hello.
Hey, it's a card for a psychologist. Now that's a phone number I'd have handy. You never know when you'll go stark raving mad. Oxford Police Department. Gee, that's reassuring. That calendar is out of date.
Come on.
It looks a bit gloomy out there.
No new places. Try to go upstairs.
My window overlooks trees at the side of the house. I could climb down if ever I need to escape in a hurry.
Nice while having an escape plan, but there's just definitely something missing.
I don't need a drink right now.
Something else in the backpack.
A letter from the foster care department.
Sorry about that. Should we
I
wake him?
think that's Dr. Stiles' room. It's a bit weird that our rooms are so close together. He can move. I'm not giving up my room. No way. I guess none of these rooms have been used since...
So we're still looking for some clues. Because it's going to be noon soon. We need to trigger it to be noon. So, let's go to the parlor. Maybe we can figure something. We talk something about actually typing some stuff. So, grab that old computer in here.
That computer is ancient. I wonder why Mrs. Dalton keeps cash lying around. Then again, no one ever comes in here but me.
Take a look at that paint.
These must have been patients at the clinic. Interesting selection of cases. If I ever, actually get along with Dr. Drug, I'd love to ask him about it. These...
Ah, excuse me. Damn allergies. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see.
I still don't smoke.
Figured that much.
It doesn't look like anyone's used that. I know absolutely nothing about neurobiology. Might be interesting to learn, though. Now that I know the clinic doesn't see patients anymore, this is even creepier. Nice thing to have in your living room.
Okay, let's actually check out what did we get. We got
Really
this.
nice memento.
That wasn't actually what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So,
This looks pretty legit, actually. Who knew you could get most of the benefits of exercising just from imagining it?
so swimming, and next is going to be the pool. Let's go down to the basement. Gotta be something we're missing.
A little light reading? No thanks.
Appointment.
2002? Someone's a pack rat. The flowers are silly, I guess, but it makes me feel better. That's the woman from the portrait and
Let's go to the main lab. There's gotta be something we're missing. Something. Something. So actually taking longer than I actually figured it would.
that's the fMRI equipment. Supposedly harmless.
Technical.
I better not touch.
That's the main lab. Curtains.
I think I prefer those.
So what are we missing? It is here. Maybe it is outside.
Cool tower. I wonder what it was used for. I like that statue. It looks like something you'd see at a Halloween supply shop, except it's real.
Okay, we could. The car that's in here has got to be the car that actually is the car that crashed him. Just for.
I think that's a Bentley under there. Nice. I think that.
And that piece of crap bike is still
The bike will
broken.
have to wait until I've got a bit more cash.
Let's just faster because we're gonna get ported out here. Then we're going here. Okay, dining room.
Cool, Ken. That's.
Gotta be something we're missing.
This doesn't look like it's...
Sees this worthless. Could try to remember the number of the psychiatrist and actually ask about Dr. Styles, but that's confidential. Actually,
Hello.
hey, hello, hello. Noted board. Okay.
It's a card for a... It's a card for a psychologist. Now that's a phone...
Let's.
It's a card... Oxford Police Department. Gee, that's reassuring. That calendar is out of date. What happened at the...
Okay, give me a sec, guys. Just bathroom break. And I'm back. Let's check out. Okay. Let's think this logical. The last part we found was the experiment plan. This experiment plan, let's look at it. Experiment plan, test visual, test frame, subject.
This looks pretty legit, actually. Who knew you could get most of the benefits of exercising just from imagining it?
It has a subject through the mental person. Alright. The effects of the black train field article 2002 to determine the way it's close to capable of mimicking actual activity through. There's gotta be some. We have the experiment plan. That means we have at least a clue. Then there's gotta be something. There's gotta be something in the basement. There's gotta be something in the file cabinet. So let's go to the main lab. Gotta be something. Figure out. Release someone. Maybe that guy. Maybe we can find file cabinets on him. Let's try
Nothing
S.
exciting in here.
Okay. Exciting. Here, let's see. A.
Nothing exciting in here.
Okay. What about M?
Scientific articles and stuff.
Ah. Never.
This lists everyone in the department.
Okay.
It's an old phone list of the staff in the neurobiology department. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in. Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. Scientific. Patient case files. Scientific article. Scientific. Patient. Scientific. Nothing exciting.
Okay. Extraordinary powers.
This should be enlightening. Dr. Stiles writes well, but I don't believe in psi powers or the paranormal or any of that stuff.
Okay.
Nothing exciting in scientific. Nothing exciting. Nothing.
Okay. Well, there.
Patient. Interesting. This is signed by a bunch of people in the neurobiology department. I should see if I can find a personnel list to compare it with.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious to see who signed it and who didn't.
Okay. Isaac signed it. We have Data. Susan White signed it. Jin. Oh, Jers or whatever. Bill. Isaac. Gertrude. Simon Pills. Can't goddamn these handwritings. It's McDonald probably. That's Ross Tritton. Niall. Of course, David Stahl didn't sign it himself. For Chambers. Where's Leslie? Leslie Joss. That's Chad Hadley, so. Leslie.
Abram Linkweller must be an enemy in the department. Abram Linkweller must be the enemy in the department.
Okay. So far, so good. Let's see.
Nothing scientific. Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. Nothing
Okay, I'm just gonna go through everything and actually see E. We're in E, F, orbit F, L.
Something written by Dr. Abraham Linkweller. This might be interesting. Wow. This looks like a very pointed attack on Styles' Scientific American article. That had to hurt. Patient. Nothing. Patient. Nothing.
Okay, we're done.
The head lab rat has arrived.
You call us rats one more time and I'll castrate you.
Lambs.
What?
We're lambs, not rats.
The Lambs Club.
What's that supposed to mean?
I like it.
It's better than rats. Brilliant, darling.
Oh, fine, the Lambs Club. But what about Styles? What about the mad scientist who's sucking our brains dry?
He's doing no such thing.
Yeah, well, he's weird enough to do it.
Come on, Harvey. He's not your punchline. People are always afraid of what they don't understand. Are you so perfect and popular that you can point the finger of weirdness at David Styles? Are any of you? The man has been through hell. His wife was killed right in front of him in an accident. He himself was badly burned. And he must have gone through God knows how many skin grafts. But he's not mentally damaged. Or even weird. I heard it myself from an expert who's seen Dr. Styles' medical reports. There's nothing wrong with him. He just likes his privacy. And can you blame him when everyone is so vicious? As for me, if I hear one more person pass on that lame gossip, I'm going to personally stuff it back down their throats.
So you don't believe the gossip, then?
Who told you about Styles' medical reports?
Mr. Headley.
I never believed anything bad about Dr. Styles.
The man can do what he likes as far as I'm concerned. My family is legendary for eccentrics. My grandmama liked to get naked on the roof and wave to planes. Well, who doesn't? But what about the track?
I wouldn't call that
I've
like
seen the plan for the
everybody
experiment myself.
likes getting
It's
naked
routine.
on the
Even
roof
department head approved it.
and
The prank
waving
of
to
the track is
planes.
completely unrelated. Dr. Styles is perfectly normal.
Normal is overrated. You say, in my opinion.
In America, hundreds of thousands of children in the U.S. are wards of the state, farmed out to private homes, and sometimes home after home after home. The foster family is paid a stipend, leading some families to take in 2 or 3 physical abuse and even child labor law infringements.
And this is the part I was talking about back when we started, that there are variations to the game. One of them, which is actually a common thing, especially in Jane Jensen games, is that you do change characters. Gabriel Knight, in Gabriel Knight we did it, this here we did it, and also in Mobius, her new game, we also do it. We have multiple characters we go through. Actually, Gabriel Knight, in my opinion, still does it the best, and I actually am thinking of going through at least Gabriel Knight 1 and 2, because Gabriel Knight 3, the third part of it, is probably the worst one, which, the novel, I'm still actually the novel, but actually I have the novel on PDF, because when I backed the project, I actually got the novels from her on PDF, or every bagger got it, depending on what tier you got. Also, Gabriel Knight, the remake, is coming out this year or maybe next year, and I might actually start playing that, or maybe I'll revisit it after I played the first one, because that is a great game. And I do recommend you actually check out that game also. And this here also, it's still really cheap. I think we're gonna stop now. It took way longer than I actually expected, but we got stuck again, sadly. Tomorrow we're gonna do chapter 3, which is this. Actually, we just started chapter 3. Just gonna save while I'm talking here. So, just started chapter 3. 4 hours and god damn it, I wasted too much time with this game. Anyways, I'm gonna start chapter 3 tomorrow, and I'm gonna stream also Transistor if I get it downloaded. Depending on how lame our lovely Steam is gonna be, because this is not only every distributor pretty much of games is morons, because I actually remember that this was with what was it, Thief, or no, I can't remember, another game where actually it says it come out on Tuesday, but actually because the official date for Europe is Friday, so it got pushed to Friday for us. But everybody in Europe, in America, could play it Tuesday. So I don't hope that we're gonna get fucked over tomorrow with Transistor. I am gonna get pissed if we do it, because I'm really excited about that game. Big fan of Bastion. So yeah, until tomorrow, guys. Bye.